Alright, so my phone is running kind of low on storage right now, and I figured there would be no better way to solve that than to have to end up downloading more shit to make this video that I should have made like 2 months ago. But a friend on Discord asked me to make a video going over the Pokemon that I don't like from Gen 9, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I can't promise that I'll be able to get as heated as in my Terapagos video, because I don't want to sound like a schizophrenic talking to myself at 3 in the afternoon, but let's jump right into it. Memes are where otherwise good Pokemon go to die, and this one was no exception. I thought I would get this one out of the way first because it's easily the pettiest one that I have on the list, and also it's first in the Pokédex. All those stupid weed cat memes absolutely butchered this Pokemon for me. I was already pretty indifferent to the design when they first revealed it, so I didn't really have much of a connection. And then, for the second time in what I think was the same year, they started reviving those stupid Ralsei weed memes. That was a big thing when Deltarune Chapter 2 released, and then it kind of died off until Legends Arceus when it was revived for a bit with Hisuian Typhlosion. And by the time it came out for Sprigatito, I was just fed up with it. The final nail in the coffin for me was really just the idiots who kept going out of their way to look up porn of it, just to be like, bro, guys, look at how much porn there is of this Pokemon. Bro, what did you expect? It's a cat Pokemon, bro. That was inevitable. The real thing that we should be putting into question is, why are you looking at it, bro? Why are you looking that shit up, bro? I just don't understand. It's a shame too, because I actually do really like Florigato and Meowscarada. I think they're pretty cool. The only other starter that I really have issue with is one that we'll be talking about right now, actually. There's no real way of sugarcoating this one. Quaxwell is just butt fucking ugly. I know that the middle stages are usually supposed to be the awkward, like, puberty phases of the starters, but Jesus, this one is bad. I mean, not a singular aspect of its design doesn't just make me think that it's like a worse version of both Quaxly and Quackleval. It's so ugly. And then, to make things worse, it's got those nasty little dreads at the back of its head that have a bubbly reflective texture, so they stick out even more, especially on the shiny version. So you really have to go out of your way not to look at them. That's all I have to say about Quaxwell, really. The verdict is that it sucks and ruins an otherwise pretty solid evolutionary family. If this isn't demonstrable, 100% airtight factual evidence that Fuecoco has the best evolutionary family, then I don't know what is. This is probably the second hottest take on this list, but I do not like Clodsire at all. It's very dumb looking, and the fact that it's basically just a brown Quagsire that like forgot how to walk doesn't really help its case. I've said this quite a few times on Discord when talking about it, but it looks like a rubber bat, or one of those little plastic kid bats that you get for toddlers with little limbs on it, and that's kind of like disturbing. And that's not even to mention the fact that like the animal that it's based off of is pretty cool. So they really kind of like shat the bed with this one. I don't really have much else to say. I just don't like it, and its face is fat. Alright, this next one is going to be a lightning round of Pokemon that I don't really like, but I also don't have that much to say about them, so let's get into it. This was another Pokemon where I just didn't really feel that strongly about the design, and then the memes made me like despise it, except this case is even worse because Game Freak actively participated in that nonsense. Or not Game Freak, but the Pokemon Company were encouraging that. So yeah, I hate this little piggy bastard. Spidops is just really ugly, and it's an unfortunate case because I actually really like Tarantula. I think it's adorable. but Spidops just, it's so hard to look at. Now this one is a couple of Pokemon lumped into one, but Mousehold I think is probably one of the most boring designs that we've gotten from Pokemon in a while. I know like it's inspired or whatever, but that doesn't change the fact that it puts me to sleep just looking at it. And then that little baby Terapagos looking motherfucker. Just take most of the stuff that I said about Terapagos and then like take away the beard part, and yeah, I still hate it and I hope it dies. Smoliv is an interesting case because not only do I think that the design is boring, but it also sucks in battle. It's not fun to use, and I especially know the pain of what it's like having to use one in battle, because a while ago when my friend bred me a team to play through the game with, he made me use Smoliv as my starter, and I'm sure you can imagine how that went looking at the initial lineup of stuff you gotta fight in the game. Squawkabilly kind of just feels like a modern version of Chatot, which isn't exactly a good thing because Chatot also sucks. But at least back in the day you could do funny stuff with Chatot's voice lines because of his signature move. But you don't even have that with Squawkabilly, so it's kind of just another useless gimmick Pokemon. And it looks like something that would evolve, and it honestly should evolve, but it doesn't, so it's like, who cares? I'm just gonna come out and say it, Convergent Evolutions fucking suck. The idea of them is cool. It's like regional forms, but more different because it's creating a completely new Pokemon that looks like an existing one. But the problem is, not only is it like Alola forms, where they only gave them to Kanto Pokemon, but they picked some of the lamest Kanto Pokemon to give them to. I mean, how many fucking times were you gonna see Dugtrio get repackaged and re-released? Also, when I was trying to find an image of Wiglet and Wugtrio to put up on the little transition screen, I saw these, which honestly just makes me hate it even more. This design is honestly just really lame. For something that has as cool of a concept as Belly Bolt, they really dropped the ball on this one. And it's a shame, really, because it's actually not that bad in battle, but like, I'd probably never use it again because I just hate looking at it. These niggas is just ugly. I mean, look at Tinkatink's fucked up little goofy joystick haircut. What is that, bro? Tinkatuff's got that nasty little metal buck tooth thing going on, which is definitely not helping make it look any better. These two are in a very similar boat for me because not only do I think that both of their designs suck hot ass, but they're also both Titan Pokemon, meme Pokemon, and I guess they've got goofy cries, but that's really all that they have going for them. I mean, I guess Orthworm has Shed-Tail and stuff, but like, purely from a design aspect, I think these are some of the worst designed Pokemon that we've gotten in a long time. These ones fucking suck. I think it was pretty obvious that this was coming, but the Paradox Pokemon, specifically the ones in Violet, are kinda trash. Scarlet does have a few stinkers too, like Raging Bolt and Koraidon, but most of the Violet Paradox Pokemon are just not good. The problem with Violet Paradox Pokemon, in my opinion, is the fact that they're basically all just the same thing as their normal counterparts, just robotic, which is something that a lot of people have said. I'm aware it's not exactly the most original, point of concern, but the few times where they did try to innovate and make a new, more unique looking Pokemon, it blew. It sucked ass. Scravels can mauled and seethe all he wants, but Miraidon and Iron Valiant are just not good designs, bro. They suck. And the worst part about it is, like, the Chrome Shinies actually do work on a few of them, but most of their bodies are too light or already like a grayish color, so you can hardly even tell the difference. Like Iron Shreds, for example, it looks virtually the exact same. I thought we were moving past the point where Pokemon Pokemon get shinies that look the exact same as the normal one.
The fighters are at least fully evolved.
Yeah, but Scarlet at least gets new Pokemon. Aside from Screamtail, but we don't talk about that one. I do want to say that I do actually like Iron Jugulis and Iron Thorns. I know I use Iron Jugulis as an example for Violet Paradox Pokemon looking the same as their normal counterparts. But the thing is, I don't like Iron Jugulis and Iron Thorns for Iron Jugulis and Iron Thorns. I like them because they share very strong design attributes to Pokemon that I already like, being Tyranitar and Hydreigon, which is pretty much the basis for all fondness of Violet Paradox Pokemon, I would assume. It's because if you like the Violet Paradox, it's pretty much only because you like the Pokemon that it's designed off of. Like, the fact that this is even a question that somebody had to ask, I think says it all. The answer is yes, by the way. I don't even know where to begin with this one, so instead of opening this up with some long-winded rant on why Flamigo sucks, I'll just show this off instead. Flamigo is such a boring and unequivocally ass design that they couldn't even bother to make sure that the Pokédex screen showed correctly. I'm sure there's some good reason for it to look like this, and there's probably some like lore implications behind why it's literally just a fucking flamingo with a donut around its neck. But at the same time, bro, I don't care. I don't care about the lore and stuff like that. I want cool looking Pokemon. Like, how can you give us bangers like Annihilate and then in the same breath give us fucking Flamigo? I just don't understand. And then to top things off, they gave it a super irritating sounding cry. And also, this bastard has the audacity to be one of the aggressive spawns in the world. So bro thinks that he's packing it like that. Nigga, I will destroy you, bro. I do not like the Dunsparce. This has got to be one of the single ugliest, nastiest, most miserable, hard to look at specimens in the entire series. Everything about this Pokemon just infuriates me, and the fact that this is what Dunsparce got as an evolution after so many years of just floundering around being useless, it pisses me off so much, bro. The thing is, I do actually like Dunsparce, but this is just bad, bro. Now, I'm not one of those people who thought that Dunsparce was gonna evolve into some like Rayquaza-esque super dragon or something like that. Frankly, if you did think that, then you're fucking retarded. I don't know why you thought that was gonna happen. Either you're hopelessly optimistic or just stupid. But this, come on, bro. There's so many like potential paths that they could have taken. And then to make things worse, they didn't even give it like an additional ground type or something. It's just stuck a useless normal type. They could have at the very least streamlined its body more to make it look at least a little bit more serpentine. I mean, it is based off of some sort of mythical snake, is it not? Why did they make it look like some insectuous, nasty tumor Dunsparce? And the cry is even more miserable, bro. It's just so unfortunate. The way that its segments move is disturbing, and every time I look into its dead, soulless eyes, I just want to put it down. When I look at Dunsparce, I want to put it out of its misery. When I look at Dunsparce, I want to put it out of mine. I think we should start a movement to wipe the entire Dunsparce population out of existence, so that way no more unfortunate souls will have to evolve into this monstrosity of a specimen, and we can just forget that this Pokemon ever existed as a collective. Thank you. The moral of the story, fuck the Dunsparce. If you like the Dunsparce, you have bad taste, and Annihilate better. I want to take a moment to apologize to Pingu for making him wait so long for this video to come out. I did say that it would take a while because I'm lazy, in fairness, but making him wait like 6 months, that wasn't cool. My bad, bro.